Wait, don't tell me they opened the new area up. Because before it was blocked by bushes and everything. Oh. Well, this is nice. We're actually exploring a new area. Exploring...
I
Yep.
do not remember there being a path in this place the last time we came.
Indeed. It was probably cleared by the expedition. We should follow it if we want to find them.
Hey, found one. Well, this is a whole new area. Let's loot. The loot has not been nice to me. Maybe that's just me, but honestly, I haven't upgraded my main weapon in ages. Look where you're playing, I'd get us. We all have to die in the name of your folly. Or did we bring you places that should... Hey, they're alive. That's amazing.
Someone so foolish and thoughtless should not be supervising an expedition.
How dare you! It looks like we're right on time. If we do not intervene, they're sure to gut each other.
How can you call yourself a man?
Hey, what's happening here? I could hear you from miles away.
Your Excellency, I'm so happy to see you. You arrived right on time to settle this matter.
How did you manage to find us in the middle of this swamp?
Brother Fidelis managed to reach Eden. He's the one who told us where your camp was.
But he didn't leave alone. What happened to Father Orbricus, who was accompanying him?
He must be dead like our other companions. This is all your fault. This is yet more proof that you are not fit to lead such a team. I should be the one in charge.
Maybe you should calm down and explain to me what's happening here.
This expedition was undertaken with no concern for common sense. We are not equipped to explore this type of place. Our people are disappearing, and all we have found are some falsified writings.
Brother Virgil is terrified, which probably explains why he is being so disingenuous. We have made incredible discoveries, and we could find more.
You are beyond redemption. I won't waste another second talking to you. If you want to talk to me, Your Excellency, it will have to be without her.
How charming.
Alrighty. So we've got a bunch of children then. Okay, who do we talk to? The man-child or the woman-child? Yeah, let's talk to the first one that's closer.
Your Excellency, I hope you will forgive us for that scene. My relations with Virgil have always been difficult, but ever since we arrived here, it has been unbearable. I'm afraid we may need an arbiter.
Before anything else, I need to know what has led to this situation between you.
What would you like to know?
Oh dear God.
For what reason were you quarreling?
The expedition itself, I'm afraid. Virgil was always against it, especially under my supervision. For him, our discoveries in Eden were sufficient. They confirmed what he wanted. The rest did not matter. According to him, we should never have continued. And when we found new tablets, it became even worse.
Were they also written by Saint Matthias?
Without a doubt, the handwriting is the same. There are also some patterns, some islander symbols. It's fascinating. But what really angers Virgil is the content we managed to decipher. Our founder explains that he learned a lot from the islanders, something our brother cannot accept. He now persists in saying that these tablets are fake, forged by the natives themselves.
Brother Fidelis told me that several members of the expedition have disappeared.
Yes, that's why he left along with Father Orbricus to fetch some help. 3 more of our colleagues are missing, and I'm not even talking about the ones who fell ill. I must admit that I underestimated the hardships we would encounter. I made a mistake. I should have prepared this expedition more thoroughly. But Virgil's being disingenuous does not help.
And no one has searched for those who are missing.
I wanted us to search for them, but someone later convinced me that it presented too much of a risk. Along with lack of preparation, our constantly decreasing number, and creatures swarming the area.
And by someone, I suppose you mean Brother Virgil.
Indeed.
I'm thankful for these pieces of information. But you understand that I will also have to talk to Brother Virgil.
Of course, that's understandable. You must hear us both before you can make a decision.
I kind of agree with him. You guys don't seem like the equipped for this mission. How can you help somebody else when you can't even help yourself? Let's see what he has to
Brother
say.
Virgil,
What do you want?
can you explain to me what caused such a quarrel?
The reason for it is very simple. It is Eugenia's folly. This woman should never have been the supervisor of our team. The discoveries made in Eden were sufficient, but no. She didn't want to stop the research. She organized this expedition in a hurry, without taking elementary precautions, and now she's accepting as facts the delirious writings we discovered on these tablets, without doubting them for even 1 second.
What do you mean?
We found some new tablets, allegedly written by Saint Matthias, but their content is so absurd that they were obviously forged. I am certain that the natives must have found these stones before us and modified their content.
How would they have done that? The natives cannot write.
They must have been helped by an unscrupulous settler. How would I know?
That was kind of weak.
Brother Fidelis told me that some of your colleagues went missing. Do you know anything about this?
They did not go missing. They were killed. It was the wild beasts, the diseases, and let's not forget the savages. We can feel their presence, roaming around the camp at night. I am certain that they are responsible for the death of our colleagues.
That's strange. There aren't many villages around here.
There aren't any. There are a few hermits, but they are not fighters. And they have better things to do than roam around their camp at night.
We've been in this region before, and the only native we met was a little insane, but would have been incapable of killing several priests.
Those savages may very well have been following us since our departure. We will not be safe on this island until it is entirely converted.
I see. So, you haven't tried to find your colleagues?
So we can die as well. I am not as crazy as Sister Eugenia.
I cannot take sides in your quarrel for now. And in any case, it is not what matters the most. Even if you think they are dead, we have to try finding your colleagues.
Well, if you are prepared to take such a risk, I can only commend you for your bravery and wish you luck. But I would not get my hopes up. You should start by searching the excavation site. To get there, take the path south of here. But be careful. The creatures that roam the area are ruthless.
And of course I have to do all the work. Love it. Wait, what? Investigate the disappearance. Oh, I have to go up and around. Lodge up. So, what's over this way? I think there's a campsite. Yep. There's a campsite right here. Let's investigate this area real quick. Okay. Oh. Sorry guys, I'm trying to not sneeze. You know when you feel like a sneeze is coming and you try to block it? Ugh. What type of creature is that? Do I have science too? I don't have any science whatsoever, but here's the good part. We can just easily do this. Let's see, move you. Put you, there you go. And then torso, poison, science. There you go. And that makes me have science 2 now. Yep, see? 1, 2. And if you're wondering what's going on, the companion I just selected gives me a bonus of 1 science, and the arm I just selected also give me a bonus of 1 science. So together I get 2 science. So that's pretty nice.
This man's death was no accident, nor was it linked to any predator attack. It was caused by a violent strike to the back of the skull with a mace, and it didn't take place here. The marks surrounding the body show that it was moved, most likely to make it seem like he fell to his death. This man's death was no accident, nor was it linked to any predator attack. It was caused by a violent strike to the back of the skull with a mace, and it didn't take place here. The marks surrounding the body show that it was moved, most likely to make it seem like he fell to his death.
Okay. What's first A then?
This man's skull is sunken, but he doesn't look like he was in a fight. Could he have fallen?
Nope.
If that were the case, there would be other marks of impact on his body. No. He was struck with an object to the back of the head. Given the shape of the wound, it was inflicted with a metal mace.
Okay. So somebody actually killed him. A metal mace. Now natives don't really use a metal mace, but the Inquisitors, the religious guys do. Are they killing their own self? These creatures are not that tough. And this is the first time I actually don't have Kirk on my team. Always had that homeboy on my team. Also, I just noticed this is an all-females team. Come on. I just noticed she has a lot of armor. Look how much armor she has. Was that 3, 6? She almost have 10 shields of armor. She's more tanking than my actual tank.
The body of this man was devoured by beasts, but it happened after he died. One of the wounds is clearly a knife wound. But alas, it is impossible to know who was wielding it. This poor soul was almost entirely devoured. He must have been killed by swamp animals.
Indeed, he was devoured, but he was already dead. There is a mark here, on the bones, that could only have resulted from the strike of a cutting weapon.
You're right. He was stabbed before being fed to the animals. But anyone could have used such a blade.
Okay, so there has been mass murder. Well, not really mass murder, but there's been murders. I feel like somebody's sabotaging the people. And I think it's one of their own people sabotaging it. But why would the sabotage zone research?
The cause of death is no mystery. This man was attacked by one of those large reptiles, a Llewellyn, and yet these iridescent marks on his skin make me think that a stasis spell was cast on him first. He was intentionally immobilized so that he would fall prey to this animal. It seems obvious now that these disappearances were orchestrated.
The deaths of these people were a deception. Only the Renaigse are deceitful enough to do such a thing. They kill each other and accuse my people. This Virgil, he wants to push aside this woman at all cost. He must be the culprit.
Indeed. I think that we should go find this brother and ask for an explanation.
Yep, that's what I thought as well. Sabotage. How do I get back down on this way? Okay, where am I going? It should be this way, right? Yeah, there he is. Let's save it before we get in there. Well, let's see what happens when we accuse him. He's probably gonna go crazy.
Brother Virgil.
Your Excellency! Weren't you supposed to be looking for our colleagues?
Indeed. I regret to say that they are indeed all dead.
I knew it. What a waste. Eugenia and her recklessness are to blame for this.
I'm afraid someone else is responsible for this. These deaths are not accidental, and yet they were disguised as such.
The savages! Their thirst for blood is unquenchable. I knew we should never have come without an escort.
Watch your tongue, priest. Our people have no need to hide when they protect their land. Only the Renaigse are deceitful enough to disguise a death.
Who else could it be?
Someone who desperately wanted this expedition to fail. Does that remind you of anyone?
Fine. You unmasked me. But know that my cause is righteous. The Ordo Luminis sent me to keep an eye on this expedition, to ensure that the discoveries we made would not jeopardize our nation or our presence on this island. But the inscriptions on the tablets are a heresy, a dangerous manipulation. Can you imagine what would happen if it was said that our founder listened to the teachings of the natives? But even then, foolish Eugenia accepted these discoveries as truth, without any hesitation, without realizing that our entire nation could suffer because of it. So yes, I wanted to scare her.
I understand that you might want to protect your nation, but to go as far as assassinating several of your colleagues...
Come now. What would you do if someone were threatening the congregation? You cannot make me believe that you would not be willing to kill. You may have already done so. But since you want to avoid using violence, help me convince Eugenia to go back to Eden. My colleagues and I know how to sort through these discoveries. And you will be rewarded, of course.
This Renaigse tried to blame my people for these crimes. The priests would have wanted to punish them, and innocent people would have died. He must answer for his treachery.
Order him to lead the expedition, reveal what happened to everybody, or accept the gold and take his side. Nah. You're gonna get exposed, my dude.
It seems to me that all
Yep.
members of this expedition are concerned. They should decide on what to do next.
Oh no, you're not going away from murder and try to blame innocent people.
Everybody listen. Alas, I must inform you that I found the dead bodies of your missing colleagues.
How awful. What happened to them?
Someone wanted us to believe that they were killed by some swamp animals. But it was all staged. Your colleagues were murdered, and their bodies abandoned to the creatures.
What? But why do such a thing? And who murdered them?
Brother Virgil confessed to his crimes in front of me.
Monster! You will pay for these crimes. These people you killed were our brothers, our friends.
You stupid goose. You really believe that I will let you pass judgment on me? You shouldn't have been so quick to accept these lies that could destroy our nation. And want to reveal them for all to hear. You are solely responsible for these deaths.
How dare you present yourself as the protector of our nation? Murderer!
Wait, why are these guys are protecting him? Okay, so these guys were with him, I guess. Oh, that's everybody dead. And there's Virgil dead. Ain't good with him.
I'm sorry, sister. Brother Virgil fled
Oh,
during
man.
the battle.
The coward. And naturally, his accomplices fled along with him. What a waste. So many people died.
Perhaps I shouldn't have revealed his crimes in front of everyone, but I thought it was the best way of ensuring he would be judged.
Considering how high tensions have been these last few days, a fight was inevitable, alas. But you did what you thought was fair. Here, take this. As a token of gratitude for shedding light on these dismal events. Alas, we will have to go back to Eden as well. There are too few of us to continue the research.
Were you hoping to discover more?
Of course. This place was but a single step in St. Matthias's journey. The last tablets speak of a journey northbound, further up in the swamp. But even if Virgil is no longer a threat, we are not sufficiently well equipped to go there.
We could go there for you if you wish. You just have to tell us where to look.
That would be marvelous. Of course, you would have to start from the excavation site where he wrote this. I think I noticed a path going north when I was there, actually. Look for any traces of life. Perhaps you will be lucky enough to find more of his writings. That would be fantastic.
Don't worry. I will conduct this research and come find you here if I uncover anything.
Okay, let's try that again. And see what the other outcome is if we tell everybody to leave. I think that'd be the better solution. Don't worry, I'll skip most of the dialogue. We already heard all this.
Brother Virgil, indeed. I regret.
I knew
I'm
the son.
only
Who?
some.
The order for the
Can you
but even then,
without
I understand.
you cannot. My God.
The priest.
Sorry, Brother Virgil, but I cannot accept. You will take your belongings and leave this place. The research will continue and their discoveries will be studied by wiser people than you. The decision to reveal them or not will be theirs.
I see. My colleagues and I will go back to Eden. I hope that you don't regret your decision.
Alas, I have found...
How horrible!
I doubt it. Brother Virgil is responsible for these deaths. He was hoping to blame the natives for them and discredit you.
What? But why would he? He will have to answer for his crimes.
As I do not have the authority to arrest him, I sent him back to Eden. If you want him to face judgment, you will have to report what happened to the Mother Cardinal.
You are right. As soon as we get back to civilization, I will make sure that she hears about it. Once more, your help has been a blessing. Take this. Alas, we will have to go back to Eden as well. There are too few of us to continue.
Were you hoping to discover more?
Of course. The last week, that would be marvelous. I think I know. Perhaps you...
Don't worry.
Okay, that's a better outcome. I get less money, but I like the outcome a bit more. So, duly noted, do not accuse him in front of everybody. The peaceful way is to actually kick him out and then get arrested later. Okay, we have to go up and around again. What's my standing with the people? Let's see. Nice. Oh, okay. I'm nice to them now. Eventually, I'm gonna be friendly with them. I wonder if you can be friendly with everybody and how that's gonna impact the story. Well, let's go up here and just investigate the last little area. And this might be the end of this side quest. Yeah, there's probably more. There's always more. I'm not complaining, I like this game. So please give me more. I'll deserve that. Wait, where's my other guy? Oh, thanks for joining me after the fight's done. Man, she's lazy. More of these guys? At least there's only one. Nope. There we go. Dude, that healing ability is just really strong. Maybe a bit too strong. They're able to heal most of your health and your armor back. How are you supposed to defeat me when I have that? I guess take a lot of health away from me. You have to add damage my healing.
Saint lived around here. He must have looked for a sheltered area.
And that'd be the last campsite, hopefully. Let's see, companions. I don't think we need her anymore. And I don't think we need my science. So we have to go up this way. Roger. Okay, that's the boss battle. Okay, come here, Guardian. Okay, that guy's taking no damage.